I actually almost forgot to hit record there.
I didn't. All right, we're starting. Yo, this is the Trash and Dragon podcast. What up? This is Dragon,
Ye-
and we got Trash
sh
over there that doesn't know how to introduce himself. You know, the usual.
Hold that thought. I think you might be echoing right now, actually. Let me check.
It's because you have fucker sound settings, bro.
Hold on.
This is why I go live and I record too. While we're waiting on FML to, figure shit out.
Actually, it just sounds fine to me. So, like, you come in clear, I come in clear. I don't hear anybody echoing.
Good. That's how it should be.
I
Every
mean, what the
time.
fuck ever. Yeah, that's how it should be, but there's a lot of things that should and could and would, but don't.
Because you're an idiot when it comes to sound. But that's
You're
okay.
just, I mean, better than just being an idiot, right?
I'm way better than being an idiot.
I wasn't calling you an idiot. You just incited yourself on there. Dumb bitch.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't give a fuck. So, probably want to start with the midwits first because I've actually never heard of that term. So we could start there.
Okay, so what is a midwit? A midwit is your very average intellectual. I mean, they're technically a little bit above average, but they're average in
Mm.
most sense of the terms. They always go with the flow. Like, if something's been done for 20 years, they'll be like, oh, well, we could just keep doing it for 20 more years. That's what a midwit really essentially is. They will always appeal to authority, regardless of who it is, whether that authority is actually good or bad.
Yeah.
So if you ever come across someone that's like, well, where's your study for that? Um, bro, you can
Uh,
literally just go out on the street and observe this. You don't need a study. But a midwit will always ask for that study. They don't accept observable facts. They
I mean,
if
do
the
they not
sky is
accept?
blue, they're like, I need a scientist to prove that the sky is actually blue.
Do they?
That's a midwit.
I mean, do they accept common sense either?
No, they don't believe common sense is a thing.
Interesting.
Right. So
How do they live their lives then? Because they almost sound like monkeys.
they kind of are in many senses.
Monkeys, they're monkeys with less hair, pretty much.
Basically. Basically.
Okay. I'm sure I'm sure like there's a meme about that somewhere.
But they're very book smart. Okay. They know everything by the book, but when it comes to actually doing stuff in the field, they have no clue.
Hmm.
And they're also the same people that don't want to enact any kind of change except for when it's more diversity and more inclusion and all this other blah blah hype terminology that their leaders have went ahead and supported.
Okay.
They don't come up with their own ideas. They always support other people's ideas.
So they have no minds of their own, basically.
Basically.
Hmm. You know, for a second I thought maybe I was a midwit, but to be honest, I might adopt a couple of those symptoms. So, you know,
I mean,
I mean,
anybody in the same intelligence range as a midwit would have the same kind of tendencies.
I mean, I'm not a
However,
fucking genius. I think we can establish that. So
there's actually a very good article that breaks down the math of a midwit.
yeah.
Let's see if I can pull this up.
And if it's okay, I wouldn't mind showing it on screen maybe for a bit.
Uh,
I mean, I don't see why not. I mean, we can show like any like article from a website on here. I'm pretty sure all that's public domain. So
yep. A midwit is typically described as someone with 85 to 115 IQ, although in the case of the political class, it might make sense to adjust this to somewhere close to 100 to 120. I will send you this. It's about midway on the thing.
so average intelligence to. I mean, I've heard like in the 115s that's supposed to be like college educated level. That's what I hear anyway.
But I mean, as
And
we
then in the
know, IQ
120s,
is just your ability to learn, not your actual education.
yeah, I agree.
Because my ability to learn tells me I have 145 IQ.
So you're technically genius, yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly mine's like around the one teens. I don't 100% think that's accurate. Like I don't really trust these online IQ tests. So
I mean, I've always known I'm more intelligent than most people. And
mhm.
that just shows, hey, you're in this range. So, you know.
Yeah,
But I
whoop de
never
fucking do.
really
When
cared
are you gonna
about,
apply it? You know what I mean?
yeah, I never cared about my IQ, so I never kept up with the test for it. Because you're
I mean,
supposed to take a test like once a year or twice a year, some shit like that, to make sure that you stay in the genius class. I'm
yeah.
like, that's so much effort. I don't care.
Another thing I was curious about is like, could your IQ actually go up and down as you age?
It does.
Okay, so in theory, maybe I could be in the 130 range when I'm in like, my when I'm like your age, 36. In theory.
Typically, your IQ goes down, it doesn't go up.
Oh well. So basically, I'm getting stupider by the year. Heyo.
Basically. But again, IQ doesn't necessarily determine if you're smart or dumb.
I mean, just like it doesn't determines if you're gonna be rich or poor necessarily. I mean, dumbasses have become quite successful. You know,
Yeah, you
hopefully I'll be one
just,
of them.
if you listen to basically anybody on some kind of finances, you'll learn that hey, the S&P 500 is like the best ETF to put
Yeah.
your money on
Yep.
because
I actually have
the
a couple.
S&P 500 always goes up. On the
Yeah, I
grand
think
scheme
I
of
have.
things, it always goes up. It always outperforms every human that's ever tried any finances.
I think I have one for what's it called? A mutual fund for Vanguard, and I think I have one for another one.
I can tell
I
you
already forgot
exactly
what it.
which one I got. Just let me pull it up
I,
real
I
quick.
I forgot I forgot what it was called. Honestly, I should probably buy more. I mean, I did get my tax refund um on Friday actually, my federal, and I got like 1,100 back or so. So that's a decent amount. It'll be a lot more next year because I think I think I'm actually in a higher tax bracket now since I make more. But I should get more return anyway though.
So I've invested approximately $5,000 into the IBE, and
Hmm.
that's a iShares S&P 500 value ETF,
Yeah.
and it literally just follows the market for that particular ETF.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I definitely need to get more into that.
since I invested, I am down $1.
Yeah.
And I invested that like a month ago. And considering that it's only went
I mean,
down $1,
consider
whatever.
it that ain't shit.
A
Hell, it could
dollar
go down.
from
It could go down.
5,000.
I mean,
Ooh,
it could go down.
0.01%.
It could go down 10%. It's gonna jump back. It's gonna.
Yeah.
You know.
S&P always goes back.
Like
Always
that's
goes
why.
up.
Like here's one of the main things. Like say like my highest stock right now. I mean, I bought it maybe about 2 years ago now. My mom works for Steel Dynamics.
Right?
Um, and their stock right now I think is like 80 or something. But I bought it when the stock was like $16 or something like that. I mean, in hindsight, maybe I should have bought more shares, but the thing is, like, I didn't want like all my eggs in one company. That just seems like a bad idea. Um, but I've gained basically like 3 times over what I put into it, though. Like, it's
Right.
almost ridiculous. And I didn't take any out. I just kept it in there because I know when you sell it, that's when you have to claim it on your taxes as a income, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I just kept it in there, and I might as well let it keep running. I mean, yeah, in theory, SDI could go like bankrupt or whatever, but from what I understand, they have so many
Not
fucking
likely.
contracts throughout the country that it's almost one of those too big to fail sort of things, you know? I mean, how many times have we fucking bailed out, big companies like say GM, for example, you know what I mean?
And we
Not to
should have
say Steel
never
Dynamics is on
bailed them
that
out,
level,
but
but I mean, I agree on that, but I was just giving an example. Man, I need to get another one of these. Have you ever had these before, by the way?
had what?
These Zoa Energies?
No.
They're okay. Like, it's better than just drinking water all the goddamn time, but they only have 3 fucking flavors that I know of. There's, uh there's tropical punch. I'm showing it on the screen here for anybody watching. And I got white peach, and then I have the orange one, which I'll probably grab in a sec. They're they're okay. My favorite is the tropical punch because it's like the closest thing to high C that I can drink, pretty much. Or not high C, Hawaiian punch. It's the closest thing I can have to that. So,
I've been drinking a lot of Tang lately.
oh yeah, I don't know why you drink that shit, dude. I think I maybe had that once when I was in elementary school.
It's fucking awesome. What the fuck are you talking
I
about?
I mean, I didn't think it was horrible, but it's like, why would you go out of your way for it? I don't get it.
Easy
Not a
vitamin
big
C. Tastes good. And I need
I mean,
more
hey,
vitamin
whatever,
C
dude.
in my diet.
Whatever, bro. Um, but yeah, the midwit. So, how do people become midwits? I guess is maybe a good question to ask.
You don't become a midwit, you just are a midwit.
So, it's just something you're born with.
It's
Would you say I'm a midwit to an extent?
no. You
Why
don't
is that?
fall in the categories for
Is it because I'm too
it. You actually use your brain and you don't appeal to authority every time.
no,
In fact,
not
if
necessarily
I remember
authority?
if I remember right, you rarely ever appeal to authority.
Well, I mean, one, it's a logical fallacy, so I like to think I don't, you know, delve into logical fallacies because I like to try to not sound like a dumbass
Even though
when
you
I
are.
can. When I can.
But yeah, midwits always appeal to authority. That's like their thing. And when you talk to a midwit, you will 100% understand that when you're talking about let's say you were talking about COVID to a midwit.
Yeah.
Oh, CDC says this. Bro, I can literally look at the raw data and make my own conclusions.
Yeah.
Why am I going to look at the CDC and take their recommendation when I can look at the raw data?
Or just look at history about the process of how previous vaccines were created. That's kind of what I looked into
Yeah.
because I mean, vaccine technology is not new. It's new relative to this millennium, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, vaccines are not new, but mRNA sequencers are 100% new.
I don't even think I've ever even heard of that until you mentioned it.
That's what the COVID vaccines are.
Okay,
They are not vaccines, they are mRNA sequencers.
okay,
And
I'll have to look that up later.
you can look it up right now. Put it on screen for everybody to see so people know what I'm talking about. But mRNA sequencers are RNA structures that force your genetic structure to produce a protein. And that protein is the spike protein that they keep talking about. And that's supposedly what's supposed to keep the virus from, replicating.
Let's see. I'm pretty sure I can just pop up. I know you can do a window capture here. Where is it? Here it is. There we go. Oops. Shit. Give me a sec here, people. I can put that above me, can't I? Nope, that's not it. That's it. Here we go. Oh my god. I really need to lock all these sources when I'm doing this. Okay, here we go. Maybe zoom this in a bit. So it says NRA sequence is a sequencing technique which uses next generation sequencing to reveal the presence and quantity of RNA in a biological sample at a given moment, analyzing the continuous changing cellular trans something.
Mm-hmm. So that's what the sequencer is.
Transcriptome.
Um,
Okay. So
mRNA vaccines, quote unquote.
basically it mimics a organism's DNA is what I get from that.
The RNA. It mimics the RNA for a organism so that it interacts with the DNA to create particular proteins.
Well, what is RNA?
RNA is the replicable DNA. It's so you have your DNA, and then when your DNA splits apart, your RNA replicates the DNA so that it can go do things.
Are you talking about like the amino acids that make up our DNA?
No.
Okay.
This is going way in the weeds for
I
what
mean,
I know, honestly.
I'm not a geneticist or anything, so
I just know your DNA is something that is permanent,
mhm.
and then your RNA is something that copies your DNA to so that it gets processed in the gets processed in the cell somewhere. But
So
it gets processed in the cell somewhere so that it produces a protein.
so it's like a stem cell equivalent of DNA.
No.
I have no fucking idea then what you're talking about.
It's basically just something that copies the DNA to create proteins. That's really all the RNA is for.
Okay then. I'll just leave it at that. Hell,
Yeah,
that could be a whole nother fucking topic. Just talking about RNA.
yeah, I can go do some research and we can just talk about that
Yeah,
topic, man.
it's just save it for later. Save it for later. So the midwit thing, is there any way to like escape that? Like
um,
could people wake up to their tendencies of a midwit and like just, break free of it? Is that possible, you think?
possible but not likely.
Mm. Is it
Um,
just too ingrained at birth?
it's not even that it's ingrained at birth. It's just they don't have the intelligence to really see beyond their appeals to authority.
Do you think being a midwit is more of a genetic thing or an environmental thing?
I think it's more of an environmental thing. I think it's
I'd probably agree with you there. Yeah.
I think it's 100% based upon our society, and we've
Hmm.
created this
Mob
phenomenon.
mentality.
Yeah, that's really what it is. Because all the midwits are all on one side. Every single one of them. They only go on one political side.
What are they Republican?
No,
Are they Democrat?
100%. They're all
Okay.
liberals.
Okay. Hmm.
Because if you
Wonder why
remember,
that is.
what are Republicans? Republicans are usually your hicks and your professors. Not professors. They're usually businessmen in general.
Educators?
They're
Okay,
usually
businessmen.
businessmen. I wanted to say professors, but professors is not really. There's hardly any Republican professors. And that's another part of the
Okay.
issue too. I think that's part of the root cause of the midwit phenomenon is there's hardly any Republican professors.
Yeah. Is there anyone in your chat by chance?
I got one person.
I'm just gonna on my phone. I'm just gonna open up your stream, so I'll be another viewer there, just in case anyone's like, leaving a question there. Um, uh, how long has this term existed for? I'm just curious. Is this just one of those like internet slang terms that appeared the past decade or so?
It started around.
Because I've literally never heard
When
of
did
it.
The Office come out? Because that's really when it came out.
You mean the sitcom with
Yeah.
fucking Steve Carell?
Yep.
I think that was what, like mid 2000s when that show came out.
Thereabouts. Because
Hmm.
that's around the first time that I heard the term.
Hmm.
You know, the big guy down in the basement that always like, where's my paper?
Uh,
They called him a
yeah,
nitwit, but not a midwit. But midwit
yeah.
came about as a meme not too long after that.
Okay,
It they just played off a nitwit to make
okay.
midwit. That's the origin of midwit.
That's actually kind of amazing that that a show could make a word like that and make it popularized. I'm actually kind of impressed with The Office more because of that, even though I
What
don't
up,
really care
frog?
for the
Welcome
show.
in. Ahoy, amigos, Romans, and assorted barbarians.
Hey Frog, how's it going?
We're talking
I
about
mean,
midwits.
I prefer amigos. I don't consider myself a barbarian. I'm definitely not a fucking Roman.
I'm definitely
Definitely
a
not.
I'm definitely a Roman
Why is that?
because I like the
Because you like
togas.
because you like orgies?
Hell yeah, every night.
All right, fair enough. Because that's literally like the first thing I think of when I think of Romans is their famous orgies. Like it's like they're fucking freaks, dude, when it comes to parties.
I mean, they gotta do what they gotta do, man.
I mean, it is what it is. You gotta, if it's not the Colosseum, and if you have the money, might as well fucking throw a Roman orgy party. Why not?
Midwits are barbarians. Explain that, frog.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious about that because I haven't even heard the term until last week. So
Because barbarians are typically people that don't have much intelligence, where midwits actually do have intelligence. They just don't
I
know how to
mean,
use it.
are midwits also violent, individuals?
No, but they're very culty.
Hmm. Like they're not very refined.
No, they're pretty refined. It's just they're very culty.
Also, happy Easter, by the way, Frog.
Barbarians in the Roman sense are people who aren't Roman or Greek. Got it.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This is true. Yeah, which is funny because I'm pretty sure when like Rome was getting like fucked over, like their entire empire, probably every other country was like, oh, those Romans, they're fucking barbarians and fucking and fucking heretics and shit. So I think I always thought that's kind of hilarious.
But in the modern sense, there are people who are against Western civilization. I don't think that a midwit specifically is against Western civilization. They just don't know
Uh,
any better.
yeah, I can't speak for that at all. Like I've literally never heard of the term.
Like,
Just this
I'll
shitter
give an
here.
example of this. I know many, I have met
Let's
many of them in my field. And
in
if
the
you go
IT
to the,
field.
oh, yes.
Okay, then.
If you look at um, that link that I sent you about midway, there's a what's the average IQ of your major? And if you look, at computer and information science, the average range is about 124. That means there's a
Uh,
lot of people in the lower range.
you gave me the link in Discord here.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious what mine would be. Probably not very high because I'm in an arts degree. They're not exactly, the best and brightest.
Lenin's useful idiots? Yes, that is also a term for a midwit. Useful idiots.
That
They're
I
not
mean,
dumb, but they're useful in some sort of sense.
they're useful if you can, get them, as a group to say support someone for, some kind of law or legislation or getting into
Mm-hmm.
office. Then yeah, they're useful.
And if you look at political science on that chart, you'll
Yeah.
notice that a lot of people would fit in the range of a midwit for political science. Kind of interesting if you think about it. People that aren't really that smart, but they try to get all the control.
Maybe they're compensating.
Definitely. But you have to be a narcissist as well to really go into politics like that.
I'm definitely not that. Well, I'm
No, I'm
probably
talking
the
about getting
opposite.
into the political side of it.
I'm probably the opposite. Loving myself, I don't think I love myself enough, so I'm definitely not a narcissist.
When they tested you when you were 6, said it was 126. They tested me when I was 8, and I was at 145. Then
I, I, at my school, maybe it's just because I'm younger, because Midwest, but I was never actually tested in school, like my IQ. The only things I have to count on are for like online tests, which I don't think are accurate. But I think it said like mine was like 116 or some shit like that. I mean, whoop-de-doo. Like I'm not too concerned about it.
I mean, it's all about learning patterns and being able to identify that, and that's how you pass those tests with flying colors. If you can't identify
Well,
patterns, though, then you're going to get a low score. Does that mean that you can be dumber than a genius or smarter than a genius? Absolutely.
yeah.
They just had the capacity to learn that is higher than yours. With the intellectual maturity of 33, I guess it was all downhill from there.
Oh, here's an interesting chart. There was actually this kind of tweet talking about how liberals read and conservatives watch TV, and it
Mm-hmm.
actually shows like different networks what they consume.
Yep.
It's kind of fascinating. Actually, let me look at that tweet in more detail here.
But basically, midwits have pretty much taken over society as a whole. And that's what's led to where we are now. Every once in a while,
And
we'll get a good president and we'll have legislation that will follow that president.
yeah,
But like right now, Joe Biden is a midwit. He's a narcissistic midwit, but he's still a midwit. He does not have the capacity to be a leader. Yet he's there.
well, I would think not if he's somebody else's puppet. Isn't by definition that make him like easily moldable and not thinking for themselves?
I
I
missed
mean,
part of what you said,
I
FML,
would
but
think.
IQ is how well one learns, not what one knows. Yeah, I'm trying to get him to understand that concept, but I don't think he's grasped it quite yet.
A
Knowledge does
senile, a
knowledge
senile midwit.
versus
Hmm.
knowledge and education does not equate to your IQ. IQ just means how easily you can learn something, not
No, I,
that
no,
you
I,
learn
I know
something.
that. I know that.
Like you
That's
have the fucking what is it? 80, I think, or 70, something like that. It's
I
really
believe
low on the
80.
IQ scale where it says you're mentally retarded.
Yeah, I think that's below 80.
And yet there are people that are in
And I've
that
actually met
range
a
that are
couple,
smarter than people with 120 IQ.
I've actually met some. I've met a couple of people that actually were
75
technically
technically.
under that scale,
I didn't
like
know it
under
was
80,
75,
but they
honestly.
seemed, they seemed perfectly normal to me. Like I never would have guessed that their IQ was that low,
Yeah,
which is good because it shows that it's not all black and white.
definitely isn't black and white.
Listen to this shit. I'm surprised it's not higher. I thought it was higher. According to this, well, how old is this tweet? This is from November last year. This guy named Ross Dodhat. Um, it says Republicans rely heavily on Fox News. Democrats turn mostly to CNN, but rely on many others as well. According to this, it says 39% of all U.S. adults watch Fox News. Who the fuck is thinking that's a good idea to watch Fox News? I'm surprised it's not 60%, honestly. But
Republicans don't really watch Fox News though.
the other one, which is 39% also, is CNN. And then it goes down. NBC News 34%, ABC News 33%, CBS News 30%. It's like, holy shit. Those numbers should be like a third of what they actually are. Who the fuck watches this shit? Like I knew this was horse
So
shit when I was in high school pretty much.
so here's the thing about what you just read.
Yeah,
You're reading it from a biased source. And I can tell you that without even
probably.
looking up who it is.
Probably, yeah.
And they're trying to make it seem like Republicans only look at Fox News. Well, here's the thing about Republicans. They listen to everything.
Yeah.
Republicans will know what's going on the left and the right just
But they don't want
because
to
they listen
reveal
to
that
all of
they
it.
know that info.
No, they'll tell you that they know the info. But
Okay.
people on the left only look at left sources. They'll go to CNN,
Okay.
MSNBC, they'll go to the New York Times, New York Post, all that shit. They won't see anything from the right.
I mean, I didn't automatically assume that this was like ironclad, you know,
If you go to
because
NewsGuard, you can actually look up that person's name and see what
yeah,
news sources they consume.
I didn't even know you could do that. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah, NewsGuard is a great source if you want to find someone's
Mhm.
bias. It has a bias checker, and you can check
So
and
if I
see
look at
what
this
sources they
guy,
consume.
he's verified on Twitter, Ross Dudhat. If I typed his name in, I could see what stuff he consumes,
Yeah,
and then based on that, I could say, oh yeah, he's a left leaning, Democrat or whatever.
100%.
That sounds pretty fucking awesome.
And you can also identify liberals like myself.
Yeah,
Now, I'm talking about actual liberals, not fucking Democratic liberals, because they're not
yeah.
actual liberals.
Hmm.
First, go. If you pay close attention, learn things very easily, usually by someone telling him to do something. What he lacks is initiative. Ah, there you go. That's 100% true.
So basically, Forrest Gump, he does what he's told, more or less.
Yep.
I mean, he does
And a
do that
lot
throughout
of
the
people
movie a
actually
lot.
learn that way.
I mean, he does that a lot. Like, if it was like I remember a scene in the movie, like he just graduated college or whatever, literally out of nowhere. A guy from the army showed up and he's like, "How would you like to serve your country, son?" He's like, okay." Like, like that's how easy it was to get him in there. You
Yep.
know? It's like, what the fuck, Forrest? Yeah, that's actually a pretty good analogy, Frog, because I've seen that movie many times.
I think I've only seen it twice. It's been a long time since I've seen it last.
I've even thought about reading the book
Didn't
because I
even
heard
know
the
there
book was good
was a
too.
book.
Yep, there's a book. And it actually goes into further detail about like Jenny's disease. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure I knew anyway. I think she got AIDS. I think that's what the disease was in the movie that got her killed, which kind of makes sense. It was like the 70s where that was becoming a big thing, and it was
She
pretty
had
much the kiss of death
hepatitis
back then.
C.
Oh, she had hepatitis. My bad. My bad. I thought it was AIDS. But yeah, that would fucking suck too. Goddamn. But yeah, thanks for correcting me. Yes, Frog. I appreciate the analogy. It's even within Trash's grasp now. So So let me ask, Frog, since you're in the convo now, are there a lot of these midwits, would you say, in your area, in New York City especially? Or is this just kind of like a countrywide problem? Like on the surface level, I think of a midwit being around like, you know what I mean, rural America, you know?
Hmm.
Like not necessarily the Midwest, but
Frog, before you even answer, I'm going to make a guess that the answer is yes because it's New York and there's a lot of people that have a lot of education
opinion.
there, but not a lot of good common sense.
Mm.
That's like asking if there's trees in the forest.
That's like asking Lieutenant Dan if he has legs, right? Yeah, I take
You
it.
got me on that one. You actually
That was
got me on
that was a
that
pretty
one.
good comeback.
But yeah, I New York has been historically mismanaged, and they're supposedly one of the most educated cities in the United States.
I mean, educated as in like the population, like the amount of college graduates is really high.
Yeah.
I mean, I could believe that, but I mean, as someone with one of those pieces of paper, I didn't necessarily get smarter when I went to college. You know,
Yep.
I
As
just,
I
I mean,
tell
I just learned,
everybody,
I just learned a skill. That's
just
all it
listen.
was. Yeah, I just learned a skill. And in my particular field, you can learn that same shit online
Yes, you could have.
in debatably a shorter amount of time.
Much shorter because you can go at your own pace and you just trial and error go as you can.
Yeah.
Then you just try to build a portfolio and get a job from there or go
Yep.
freelancing.
Yep. It's it's interesting. I'm kind of enjoying doing this whole uh I'm kind of enjoying like the cross training I've been having at work. Like
Good.
there's something
Do it all.
there's something oddly satisfying about like switching from one project to another, like kind of juggling two or three. Because like I was just having a discussion with somebody, one of the brand managers at my company, and she was saying how she actually wanted a like artwork transition because like it was from a previous company and we have like the finished product, but she wanted to make like a transition. You know what I
Right.
mean? To make the brand like transition over for a certain product, and she wanted like that middle like image. And so basically, what I'm going to be doing is like taking inspiration from the first and the last one, and I'm gonna kind of fuse certain graphical elements together. Like that actually kind of sounds like fun to me. And the great thing is, technically, nobody
So when
can
you gonna
tell me
make
how
our
to go about
logo?
it. Huh?
So when
Yeah,
you
yeah,
gonna make our
I do.
logo?
Yeah, I do need to do that. I knew you'd give me shit about it, but you know, I'm interested about it. And I told her, uh, I mean, I quoted her about 2 weeks, and I was like, "Is that a reasonable amount of time?" And she's like, "It should be, yes." So yeah. Meanwhile, I have like some other things to do. Like I have an invite uh for a food show in Atlanta that our company is hosting. I'm gonna be designing invites for that. So that's kind of nice. I should have that done by tomorrow. Like you see, it already sounds like what I make is significant now. So that's kind of another thing why enjoying my job, believe it or not.
I mean, enjoyment for your job is great, but you can be doing all this freelance.
And pay more pay is typically better, also.
Yep.
So let's see. Is there much more to talk about this midwit? Because I don't really have anything further. Like it, you know, I get it's a thing. While not impossible, it's quite hard to get out of that rut if you're born into it due to your environment. And it's just something we have to live with in our country. This isn't just a U.S. thing, I would think, right?
It's mostly a US thing. And it's mostly because the US is so prosperous that people can
Yeah,
just be lackadaisical.
because first world problems.
No, it's mostly just the US.
Oh, okay.
Because if you look at other countries in the quote unquote first world,
Well, like Canada or Europe,
they're
anywhere in Europe.
they're not as fat and happy as Americans.
I don't know. The UK is getting kind of close, bro.
True, but the UK also isn't nearly
But
as
you're not gonna
educated
refute
as
that,
the.
sir. You're not gonna refute that.
Midwits usually become despots in poor nations. True.
Hmm, I can see that.
But I mean, what it comes down to is because they are very cult like and they just follow what, you know, their leader
What
basically
authority?
says.
What authority says? Yeah.
That's really why it's a big issue for America. With these other countries, they're so small it doesn't really matter, but America is just so diverse and widespread, it's very hard to not say it's an issue.
Yeah.
Because California is very different from Indiana or
Yes. Yes, it is.
Virginia or New
I'm sure my
York.
mind is gonna be blown when I see Cali.
Actually, it's not that different from New York. Never mind.
What Virginia isn't?
No, California.
Oh, okay.
California and New York are actually pretty badly managed.
Cali, York City. That should be a new area
Cali,
somewhere.
York City.
Cali, York City. Let's establish it. Fuck it.
Well, I got the land for it, so I can make it a thing. Yeah.
Nice. You bitch.
I did just finish that deal this week. I got me another 100 acres. Quite
Nice.
nice. It's quite nice.
You're gonna grow cabbage on it, right? Make a
Fuck
nice
no.
little
It's all
cabbage farm.
woodland, bro.
Okay. Are you gonna cut it down and turn it into vineyard?
No. It's going to be a
Are are
woodland.
are you gonna go hunting in the woods?
I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go play with my wood.
You're gonna play with your wood.
Yes.
100 acres. That sounds like a lot of wood.
That is a lot of wood.
Okay. Insert penis joke here.
That was the whole joke, bro.
um. Yeah, I guess we'll move on to our other topic now then. Which I'm
Food.
looking for this because I'm a fatty.
Going to make everybody hungry. Let's
Yeah,
go.
we're gonna make people hungry. So I've kind of known this for a while, but it turns out that there are actually secret menu items for certain fast food chains, and I thought it'd be kind of cool to look some up and like show pictures maybe of whatever I can find and just, communicate if it sounds appealing or not. So Dragon, why don't you mention a fast food restaurant, like a chain, like Arby's for example.
Arby's.
Okay, let's start with Arby's. Arby's secret
A good
menu.
example of midwit mentality is 100% leftist academia. Yes. That's actually the biggest downfall of America right now.
America.
If it wasn't for academia being like that, I think we might have a chance, but
No cigar.
no cigar. We have
Damn.
to completely change our entire school structures.
Okay, that needs to be way, way smaller. 1 second.
And if you really listen to the people when they say, "Hey, we're for diversity and inclusion," but you actually like look at what they're talking about, they
mean,
are hardly
it's
ever about diversity and
like it
inclusion.
seems like when they claim that, that's just kind of like an ad hoc like rationalization of the fact that they are the opposite. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I swear that's like some like cultist marketing strategy or something.
That's exactly what it is.
So I don't know why my window is so small here, but so here, even though it covers my face, fuck it, it'll cover my face. No one wants to look at it anyway. So here we have the Meat Mountain sandwich from Arby's,
Oh, they
and
actually put that on their menu.
oh, like this is official now.
Yeah, that's been a thing on their menu.
Well, let's keep scrolling down. How about the ultimate BLT?
The ultimate BLT was an old item that they had. They took it off years ago, but you can still ask
Okay.
for it.
So apparently this is what it is. It's a honey wheat bread sandwich stuffed with 8 pieces of Arby's signature pepper bacon, along with tomatoes, lettuce, and creamy mayonnaise. Ugh. I bet, I bet Funky would eat it. What do you think?
Shit, I'd eat it. What the fuck are you
I mean,
talking about?
it's basically a huge bacon sandwich. That's all it is in my eyes.
Sure.
Uh, I think I'd pass on that. Bacon mac and cheese. I mean, I think that's already
They're
kind
the
of
first one to
obvious.
scream and shout down people who don't agree with them, even though they claim to be open and for free debate. 100% Frog. That is 100% people that are for diversity and inclusion. Oh, you don't like my ideas, so you're wrong.
And you're a bad
That's
person.
no. You're not a bad person. You're a fascist. Remember, you got to go to their extreme when you actually talk about them. Otherwise, you're just fucking up.
I don't think they have a clue what a fascist is. Also,
No, they don't.
like I'm
Like,
not
we are
100% sure what one is,
literally
but I really would not throw that word out willy nilly.
in fascist America right now for what Joe Biden's been doing. He
Hmm.
has merged private and state. The
That's
companies
a
and the
no-no.
state are literally working together right now.
That's a big no-no. That's what leads to downfall of nations, doesn't it?
Yeah, usually.
Oh no.
But
I'm fucking scared.
he's been doing that for probably since the middle of 2021 when he said he was going to work with Facebook and Twitter to I forget what the exact words was, but it was to
Troll them?
no. It was to mold the mind frame of the people on those platforms, basically. I don't remember the exact wording, but that's how it came off to me.
That sounds fucking scary.
And they just openly said it in a in the Jen Psaki said it during one of her whatchamacallits. I forget what it's called. Press conference. There you go. And I was just like, what? And everybody on the right picked this up and it was just like, they're just saying it to your face.
Antifa, people who claim to be fighting fascists while acting like fascists. I don't think I
Exactly,
like them.
Frog.
I don't think I like them then. We have the bacon, beef, and cheddar next. I'd probably eat that actually, because I already like the beef and cheddar. So that with some bacon on, I'd eat it. I'd eat it. We've got the double French dip. The regular menu French dip and the secret menu French dip are basically the same things, except the double one has extra meat on it. I mean, I'd probably eat it just once to say I did. There's something called a super roast beef sandwich. I'm guessing that's the same thing, just double the meat.
No. The super roast beef has
More
lettuce,
slices of roast beef.
tomatoes. No, lettuce, tomatoes, and the red ranch sauce.
Oh,
It's like a classic
okay.
roast beef, but it has lettuce, tomato, and red ranch.
Okay. And it says adding a slice of extra cheese is extra, but totally worth it. Maybe someday. And apparently, as a bonus, you can actually.
And that super roast beef used to be on their menu, by the way.
Apparently, you can switch out the bun for a sandwich.
Yes, you
Like
can.
I don't know what different types of buns they have, but that would be something intriguing. Like have a roast beef sandwich with like a sesame bun instead of like the normal one, or something. I don't know. That's kind of neat. You don't like honey wheat bread, Frog? Well, I mean, there's still good selection on here. Yeah, I like that. I'd probably try most of those, honestly, but I'm sort of a sucker for Arby's. Let's look at another since we're on this site here. Oh, what's another one you can think of?
McDonald's.
Okay, McDonald's.
There we go. Finally got the last one in there.
Let's see. Here we go. McDonald's secret menu. I mean, it says in 2020, but it's more recent enough. Like I try to go to the more recent secret menus because some of these might have actually, been added officially.
Right?
So first we have the McKinley Mac. The Big Mac could prove to be overwhelming for some people. 2 regular beef patties just don't cut it. For those who feel this way, the McKinley Mac is the solution to their burger problems. It's your Big Mac with quarter pounder patties instead of your usual regular Okay, so it's the same thing, just quarter pounders. Okay. I'll be honest, I've actually never eaten a Big Mac. It never looked appealing to me ever.
I've had them. I used to
And
like them. I actually used to love a Big Mac.
and like
But this is when my dad used to go to McDonald's all the time. And
yeah.
then I stopped eating them. And trying to eat a Big Mac after not eating one for like 5 years, they're
Yeah.
fucking terrible.
It's never looked appealing to me. It might just be me, but I think it's very weird how you put a slice of bread like in a burger. That just seems very odd to me. Like
Wait a second. How do you define
I
yourself
never
as a
got it.
liberal? I am very much for little government.
Are you sure the midwits aren't going to rename the McKinley Mac to the Denali Mac? We're not sure. We'll have to see. Wait, you can get grilled cheese at McDonald's?
Yeah, you know that.
Any restaurant that has bread and cheese slices in it in the kitchen can whip up a grilled cheese.
Hey, you
You
just
can get
asking
yours
for a
on a
grilled cheese,
hamburger.
huh?
You can get yours on a hamburger bun, also. Huh.
Like,
I might
bro,
try that once.
I want a grilled cheese.
I mean, there is a McDonald's like 4 blocks away, so I might try it once.
My
Got
mom
a
looked
big
at me like
chicken.
I was fucking from outer space when I was asking for a grilled cheese from McDonald's. She was like, they don't have those.
Wait,
I was like, just go ahead and ask them for one.
be like, ask him. It's a secret for a reason, right? If you don't have any issue with the beef patties in your Big Mac, but are itching to replace those with something yummier and meatier, the Big McChicken was created for you. Imagine getting 3 McChicken sandwiches, taking those chicken patties out, and using them instead of your regular buns. Uh, that's fucking nasty, dude. I would never eat that. And next we have the Monster Mac, which I don't even think I want to look at it. It just looks gross to me. I know it's cutting off on the thing. I don't know. It's fucking up for some reason. Maybe I can make
So
that bigger.
here you go, Frog. A liberal is someone that is willing to respect or accept behavioral or opinions different from one's own, open to new ideas, relating to or denoting a political or social philosophy that promotes individual rights, civil liberties, democracy, and free enterprise. That is a liberal. That is not what the Democrats are, but they claim that they are. That's why I define myself as a liberal, because that is what a liberal is.
I lost my thing for a second.
And this
Where
is
is it?
very easily just look at a dictionary. That's what liberal means. So contemporary liberals are frauds? Exactly. They're not liberals.
There we go. Just shrink that a little bit. Like I just
Oh,
want the
oh,
general idea.
do rallies.
I'll look up rallies next. Yeah, I just wanted the actual Monster Mac on here for this next order. So, what is in this? One of the heaviest items on their menu, oozing with special sauce and cheese plus a mix of lettuce, onions, and pickles, and 8 beef patties on top of each other between the usual burger buns. Fuck me. If you feel like that extra piece of bread on the middle of the Big Mac is still a must, you could always ask for it to be included on your burger. Dude, 8 patties, motherfucker? Like, unless you're splitting that with like 3 or 4 other people, that's fucking stupid.
There are people that'll eat it.
I don't care how fat you are. That's just I will look at you like dirt if I see you ordering that fucker and eating it yourself. Contemporary liberals are frauds. How about libertarianism for you? Is he asking me about that?
No, you asked me.
Oh, okay.
How about
Because I just
libertarianism? Libertarians, I have no issues with. They just want to be left alone. And pretty much, if you drill it down for liberalism, they just want to be left alone. And I actually bordered the libertarian line if you look at a political compass for me.
usually get 2 double cheeseburgers at McDonald's. That's not on the dollar menu, is it?
I think so.
Okay.
Double cheeseburgers on the dollar menu for sure.
Okay. So that it's like it's like a smaller portion. I could see that then.
They're like 400 calories a pop.
Well, I don't really order McDonald's at all, so like the only
Matter
thing
of
I
fact, look
actually
that
like at
up. How many
McDonald's.
calories are in a double cheeseburger at McDonald's?
Sure, why not?
Just while we're on the topic.
Are in a double. Yeah. It's 437 calories.
Damn,
One
how did I
sandwich.
know that?
Because you're a fatty. Clearly. Like, come on. And
I
here's the
don't even
nutrient
go to
fact.
McDonald's and I fucking knew that.
Here's the nutrient facts if you really want to lose your fucking mind.
It has basically no nutrients but some
Yeah.
protein.
Yeah, it's got a fair amount of protein, 24 grams. How the fuck does it have vitamin C? Oh, from like the veggies maybe? Like, don't pickles have vitamin C in it?
Yep.
Yeah. It's got calcium, probably from the cheese, I would guess.
Yep.
29 carbs, a shit ton of salt, shit ton of cholesterol.
How about calories and large fries? That's pretty much my order. So your order is probably about 1,200 calories, Frog, because the fries are like 350 or
Large
400.
large fry? Let me look that up. Uh Large fry, it says 510 calories.
There you go. I was
There you
actually
go.
underballing that one.
Jeez.
So 510 calories plus 4, 8, 6, 7.
I'm gonna get my drink, I'll be back.
Almost 1,400 calories, Frog, for one meal. Whew. Whew. That's almost my totality of my meals, Frog. All 3 meals throughout the day. Like, what the fuck? Last time you had it was in 2020. That's good.
Oh, you're talking about the double cheeseburger?
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's just wow.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I used to eat a pizza by myself like
Yeah.
2, 3 times a week. And you know those things are like 1,500 calories by itself, if
Yeah.
not more.
If each slice is like around 300, yeah.
So,
Yep.
yeah. That's why I'm fat. I like pizza too much.
I mean, I'm just fat because I'm a fatty. Basically because I ignored like any kind of health thing from when I became like normal sized, like in because I actually used to be underweight in middle school. Um, and then like 10th grade, I was actually like normal. And then when I was like a senior, I started getting heavy. And then college, I got overweight. And then up until last year, I was a fatty, and now I'm basically normal again. So I guess if the cycle continues another 6 years, I'll be a fatty again, right? Is that how it is that how it goes?
So I was always a fatty until middle school and high school when I started doing a whole bunch of weights and I was in football. And during that time, I was still a fatty, but I was a strong fatty. Like I could lift.
Frog,
I
I'm
was
well
doing
aware that a pizza usually has 8 slices. I'm not stupid. 8 slices times 300. That's 2,400 calories. Okay, maybe my math is off with
yeah,
the amount
it's close
that
to
each
like
slice is.
230 to 250 on
230
the
per slice. Okay,
yeah.
times 8. That's 1,840.
There you go.
But
That's
whatever.
close to what it
But
should be.
well, I mean, you can technically get a pizza if it's like extra large or depending on like the type, or it's not actually 8 slices. Like it could be 10 or even 12. That's possible.
Yep.
It's not the norm though. And I think there's a reason why they actually make it 8 slices. It probably has to do with how they like market the product. You know what I mean?
It's easy
And
to
like
cut.
their yeah, and like their servings and shit.
It's just easy to cut.
Oh, that's it.
You cut it in half, you cut it in fourths, then you cut it in eighths. It's so
I
easy to do that.
I figured there was like a more marketing reason to do it. Like they think that it looks better when you're like advertising it on TV, you know?
No, it's
Oh,
just
okay.
easy to cut.
All right. So now we have, I'm pretty sure I've heard of this. They have this thing called a McGangbang. What
The
this
fuck?
is a double cheeseburger and a McChicken burger, basically. It's a mix of beef patties and chicken patties combined with lettuce and mayo. Ugh. I don't think I would ever eat that. Like, I don't even like mayonnaise a whole lot, so.
I anything with like heavy amounts of mayonnaise, I don't like. If it's just a little bit there for the taste, sure.
This, like, if it was anything but McDonald's, I'd probably try this. But since I don't care for McDonald's, this is called a Land, Sea, and Air Burger. Basically, you get a regular Big Mac and you add a McChicken patty and a filet of fish patty on it. So basically, all the
Ah,
meats in one sandwich. It's definitely something different. Next, we have a poor man's Big Mac. Um,
poor
you can
man's
get a
Big Mac.
double cheeseburger and ask for that special Big Mac sauce. Add some diced onions and lettuce and start enjoying a less expensive version of the Big Mac.
Wait, what? You can do
The poor
what?
man's Big Mac.
You can do what?
What?
You can do what?
You asking me or Frog?
No, the poor man's Big Mac. What?
Yeah, it says you can get a double cheeseburger and ask for that special Big Mac sauce. Add some diced onions and lettuce and start enjoying a less expensive version of the Big Mac using regular buns instead of that sesame seed bun.
It probably,
So it's basically
huh?
a modded double cheeseburger.
You know, that actually might taste better than the actual Big Mac.
I don't know. Hey Frog, maybe you could try that at some point. See how it is. But I'm trying to think. Like, wouldn't they add on like 80 cents or something for like the diced onions and lettuce and shit?
I think so, yeah.
I mean, I would assume that the sauce is complimentary. Whatever the Big Mac sauce is, I wouldn't know. Um, okay, you can get fries and Big Mac special sauce. Okay, yeah, basically it's fries instead of ketchup. You ask for the big sauce, or for the the big sauce. You ask for the
Give him
Big
that
Mac
big
sauce,
sauce dick.
and you dip your fries into it.
Do
Yeah,
Wendy's next. All right.
I do like Wendy's. I will. We're almost through here. We have the MC 1035. I've never heard of that. Um. Oh, this is interesting. Well, this might not be the case anywhere now. So what you do is you plan a trip to the nearest McDonald's at a small time frame when both the breakfast and the regular menus are available. Order a McDouble and a egg muffin. Just add those beef patties and cheese to your egg McMuffin and enjoy your own fast food version of brunch. That sounds kind of genius, actually. If the McDonald's will actually let you honor that, because I know they end breakfast at 11 sharp.
Yeah, but they still got leftovers usually.
But like, I mean, at 10:35, I don't think you would get a McDouble at that time, would you? Because that's not a breakfast item.
If at 10:30 they actually still this is a moot point anyway because most McDonald's have breakfast 24/7 now.
Yeah.
So you can probably get that at any time now.
Heck.
Okay, I need to.
Uh,
I have asked them to do a burger between waffles, and they actually have it on as a menu item now.
I just got a text from a girl showing herself.
Okay.
Pretty sure it's a scam.
Congratulations. Just be like, yeah, baby, show me more.
I'm asking who is this because how would you know my number? Like this isn't
Nah,
through like OK Cupid or anything. It's literally a text.
just be like, yeah, baby, show me more.
Anyway, yeah, that was the most random thing here. Um, yeah, we'll look up the other thing now. What was the last one, just real quick? Okay, we have a pie McFlurry. So it's basically both the desserts blended into one. It's pretty
Next step in
self-explanatory.
relationship. Okay, Frog.
What? Oh my god. Frog, you're crazy. Go to an IHOP and ask for a burger between two pancakes or waffles. I'd probably actually try that.
It's
Like
on their
I would.
menu now. I
Oh,
shit you
well
not.
then.
It's on their menu
Well then
now.
I would just fucking order it then.
Between waffles, they have. I don't remember seeing any between pancakes, but it's definitely between waffles. They have that now. If you go
Yeah.
to if you go to Waffle House, they actually got burger between waffles too.
Yeah. Uh Next we have a McRep. I didn't even know they. Oh, I see. You get yourself an order of hotcakes and an order of yogurt parfait, and you just load the yogurt on into a folded pancake. Then you top it off with syrup. I'd probably have that. There's a picture here.
Interesting, at least.
Yeah, I'd attempt it. It's definitely creative. Yeah, we're gonna look up Wendy's now because I fucking love Wendy's.
It's the
Let's see
next
this
step
shit.
in relationship, says Frog.
What the hell happened here? Forbidden sender blacklisted? What the fuck does that mean? Maybe
What?
type in just Wendy? The fuck's going on? Hold on a sec. Let's try typing that in. Here we go. For some reason, it wouldn't let me just search in the thing. I don't know why. Anyways, Wendy's secret items. FML
FML
got a
got a
ban.
ban? No, he just
No,
doesn't know how to
it
search
wouldn't.
because he doesn't know how to spell Wendy's.
No, I know how to type it. It was just being a bitch. But it's fine. I'm here now. First, we have the Barnyard Burger. Apparently, it's the least secret of them all, according to this site. You have a layer of bacon, then a layer of cheese. You get a layer of beef, and then another layer of cheese. Next comes the layer of spicy chicken fillet, and you get another layer of cheese. Finally, you get a layer of ham on top of it all. Where the How would Wendy's
That's
have ham?
just. That's just someone that's fat that came up with that.
Well,
Holy fuck.
what would Wendy's use ham for? Like, why would they carry ham? Like sliced deli ham? That's what I'm thinking of. Unless it goes in like their salads.
I mean, it might.
I'm just it don't make sense to me.
I don't question it that hard.
Oh, whatever. Let's see, the Grand Slam or the Meat Cube. I think I've heard of that at least once. This is for the traditionalist that believes that a burger must only have a beef patty. But in this case, you get 4 thick all beef patties. Usually get a slice of cheese at the
They
bottom and
do
at the
actually
top.
do breakfast now, so that does make sense, Frog.
Oh, Wendy's does? Okay.
Yeah.
Like this is updated 2022, so that could make sense then. And it's topped with lettuce. You can always ask for extra layers of cheese in between each beef patty. I think this is the only burger I would actually probably be able to eat on my own. But I mean, 4 beef patties. That's a lot, you know. Because I don't even need a triple burger. So I don't know. Would you eat that, Dragon?
No.
Well, you just don't like Wendy's.
I like Wendy's, but when you're talking about weird shit like that, fuck it.
Oh, I know. Funky would definitely eat this. The Quadruple Baconator. I mean, it's what you think. It's a triple Baconator, except you have an extra patty. Which is there a triple Baconator even legitimately? I've never heard
Yeah,
of it. Oh, okay then.
it's literally on the menu now. It says single, double, or triple.
I mean, I know I've seen a double Baconator. I don't think I've ever noticed a triple, but whatever. Next we have the Fossil. And apparently they actually, I guess there's not like a concise, like, agreeableness on the name of this burger, but what it is a burger with 9 patties, and you can ask for extra cheese and other fixings to make it go down easier, or to throw up faster. I mean,
Ugh.
goddamn.
Ugh.
9 patties, people? I don't
Ugh.
know. I, how could they even fit it in the fucking bag? Like, imagine you took it to go, like, through the
See,
order menu.
this is my
Like, it couldn't
problem
fit in the
with
bag.
this is my problem with menu items like this. I'm fat, okay?
I mean,
But I
that's
would
not even
never eat
realistic.
something like that.
It's
What
not
the
even
fuck?
realistic. It's 9 patties. You couldn't fit it in a fucking bag. Could you think about that? Like, I mean, God forbid the guy has to wrap it in tinfoil or whatever.
Colon
You know what I
buster.
mean?
That is definitely what it should be called.
Yeah, colon buster. That's what it probably should be called. Like, goddamn. So another similar name. We have the Jurassic, which what? 10 fucking patties?
Holy fuck.
What? And the site even says,
I think
so
this
bring a
is
friend
breaking
or 5 to
FML,
help
by
you
the way.
finish. It says to even bring a friend or 5 to help you finish eating this bad boy. And then we have the T-Rex, which, as you might imagine, is 12 fucking patties. What the fuck is wrong with Wendy's?
What the fuck?
Like, like if I was the manager working there and some asshole was ordering these T-Rexes and fossils, I'd ask him what the fuck is wrong with him. Be like, are you facing some real personal problems, sir? I think you should be, going to see somebody instead of ordering a fucking 12 burger patty at fucking Wendy's. That's what I'd tell him.
Dude, the Valley Crispy Chicken Club, that used to be awesome.
Let's see, what is it? It comes with mayo, tomato, lettuce, and bacon, and I assume like, roasted chicken or not roasted, like grilled chicken.
Just a regular crispy chicken.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'd eat that. How is this not legitimate then? Because it sounds pretty basic for a normal menu item.
I mean, it used to be
Like,
on their menu.
I mean, it's not like a wow. It's not like a wow sort of thing. Oh, so this is just one of those cases where like they decided to take it off because like they didn't sell a lot of it or something, but you can
Right.
still get it because
Hmm.
it's simple to make.
It's just
Okay.
like when you go to Ruby Tuesday, you can still get their queso dip with fries. And if you haven't tried this, do it. Their queso dip with fries is a lot better than the chips that they give you, the tortillas. So yeah, just so you know, that used to be what was on their menu, and they changed it to chips years ago.
Yeah. Let's see. We have the Cheeseburger Deluxe, and it comes with a smaller patty. There's no shortness of flavor here. Perfect classic burger with all the fixings: pickles, onions, tomato, lettuce, and ketchup. Okay. So it's a cheeseburger, but the patty is like something from the dollar menu then? Is that what I'm getting with?
Sounds like it.
I mean, okay. Like if you want less protein, then sure, order it. And lastly, we have the Big Bacon Classic. So it's a regular burger. Ask for whatever toppings you like with extra bacon on top. That's it. A couple of them sound pretty good. I still can't get over the T-Rex. Like, what in God's name is that shit all about? Like this nonsense. Yeah, just order half a cow and get it over with. I agree. Like they might as well, if you're getting a T-Rex, Jurassic, or Fossil, you might as well just be like, hey, can I just order like half the cow that you're using to make all these burgers? Like that'll do.
Who knows? They might say yes.
I don't I don't know, man. Who knows? You wanted me to look up rallies now?
Yes.
I do like rallies.
You can look up Ruby Tuesday too,
Okay. Let's
because
see.
I actually know quite a few of their secret menus
Oh, here
items.
we go. Or no, that's I forget they're also called checkers.
Yep.
I don't I don't seem to see a secret menu item. Let me just Google it instead.
I think they ended up taking all their secret menu items and just putting it on the menu.
Oh, so they're not a secret anymore then.
Yeah. Like 90% sure about that one.
Okay, we can go to Ruby Tuesdays then.
After
I
rallies, try Roost Chris Steakhouse if it's on the list.
let me search on this fast food thing here, this database. Ruth's Crisp Steakhouse. They have regular menu items, so I guess they don't have any secret ones. Trying to think, what's another one I could look up?
You should look up Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah, let's do that. Ruby Tuesday. I think I've only been to a Ruby Tuesday like once or twice my whole life.
They're really great mid-class restaurant.
Like, are they similar to Applebee's?
Yeah, very
Okay,
similar.
I'd probably like them then. Yeah, I don't see a secret menu item. I'm just
That's
curious.
false. They
Let
got
me
many
try.
of them.
Let me try Applebee's. I'm just curious.
Because that queso dip thing is definitely one of their secret menu items. You can ask for it. It's still on their actual thing, but you have to specifically ask for it. What would really disturb you is fast food in other countries. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've hell, that could probably be another topic because they have some weird ass shit. Like especially if you look at the crazy stuff that like Pizza Hut has made, like for say India, for example.
Mm-hmm. Secret menu for Pizza Hut. That could be a thing.
Already looking it up because there's a Pizza Hut literally just 2 blocks away from me. So come on, search, bitch. Get rid of some of these tabs here. Damn, they have a Pizza Hut breadsticks recipe. I might want to try that because I do like their breadsticks. Here we go. Secret menu.
They keep burning the breadsticks here. That's where I stopped going Pizza Hut at all.
They fuck you over.
They always burn it.
Well,
Every time.
They need to get their shit together. Okay, so first we have a heart-shaped pizza. I thought that was only a Valentine's Day thing. Because they had that like as a gimmick on Valentine's Day. It was either them or Papa John's did it.
No idea.
What it says you can get a flower-shaped pizza? That's bullshit.
I
A
believe it.
flower-shaped pizza? That would be pretty cool for like Mother's Day or something, but
Might get your first sponsors from this episode with all the free advertising.
I don't know,
mean, it
man.
still takes people to actually, download the stuff and favorite our shit.
But I mean, I feel like
And if we stopped the cussing, we would actually have a better chance.
Yeah, because I mean, it's no stranger that if you don't like swear, like your profitability goes up by like what 8 times or something like that. Like it's
Yeah.
ridiculous. But we don't really give a fuck
So
about making money from this.
Stop cussing, FML.
Shut the fuck up. Oops, there's another sponsor. They're going. They're gonna go sponsor Ninja now because he talks like a fucking 11-year-old child. We got the triple Decaroni pizza. Oh, okay. Apparently, this existed in the 1990s. That's when it was put on the Pizza Hut menu, and there's been a gaping hole in the middle. A gaping hole in the menu. Well, what is it,
triple
though?
Decaroni pizza? Isn't that where they just put 3 pizzas on top of each other?
It says it's a layered masterpiece started with a thin crust base, followed by a layer of cheese and pepperoni. Then there's another layer of thin crust, topped by yet another layer of cheese and pepperoni. Okay. It was one of the greatest menu items of all time at Pizza Hut, which is why it made its way to the secret menu. To get a triple Decaroni pizza at your local restaurant, you can ask for it by name, and you'll likely need to explain the details. I mean, yeah, you'll probably have to pay for, like, 3 times the price. I don't know.
I mean, they'll probably charge you for 3 pizzas.
Yeah, but I
that would
think
be my guess.
I think most Pizza Huts would probably acknowledge it though, because it's just like 3 simple orders stacked on top of each other. So I don't know. I might get it at some point. Depends. Thing is, I'm not the biggest fan of Pizza Hut's pizza, but their thin crust pizza is usually okay. If you liked pepperoni that much, you might get it, Frog.
Yeah, I don't like pepperoni that much. Probably why I never knew about it, honestly. I sold my Dragon Hunter Lance again. Just a side note.
I mean, that's fine. I still got to remember to. I got a lot of fucking air battle staves to put together in High Elk, so I'll probably be on a little bit later before I go to bed. Okay, next we have the vegan pizza, which is nothing I would ever get, because I would think being a vegan and trying to eat pizza sounds like the worst idea ever. So apparently what this is, you can have any kind of crust you want, then pan or hand toss because they're all vegan friendly. And the only sauce that is fully vegan is marinara, while the toppings you can order are veggies and more veggies. Be sure to hold the cheese though. So basically it's like a depressing mess of a pizza is what it sounds like to me.
Yeah, that sounds depressing. I would never ever even try that.
Like if I was suicidal, I'd probably eat it. Otherwise, I'm gonna pass. So yeah, we're gonna move on here.
If I'm suicidal, and only then.
Yeah, we are not sponsor friendly at all.
No, not.
So apparently, there's a secret topping at Pizza Hut. Oh,
Okay.
so Pizza Hut was essentially the only pizza franchise to serve Peruvian cherry peppers, adding the perfect amount of spice to any
Yes, they
pizza.
were.
The chain recently discontinued this secret menu item, but he wanted to see them back in restaurants sign this petition. Oh, so like it used to be a thing then.
Or
Where the fuck would they where the fuck would they get Peruvian cherry peppers though? I'm curious about that.
they did it for their spicy their extra most spicy or something pizza years
Okay.
ago.
Huh.
And they just had so many extra that you could just keep getting it.
Well, I mean, what was the shelf life for those cherry peppers though?
Pretty good shelf life. I mean, they got a new spicy pepperoni pizza, and I'm sure you can get that spiciness on another pizza.
Right. I mean, I like spicy food, but I can't eat it because I get sick. So that kind of ruins that thing for me. Um, I'm pretty sure I already knew about this because I know they promoted this before. We have a pepperoni stuffed crust. It's exactly what you think. You know, the stuffed crust has pepperoni in it,
Right?
and you can also apparently get a hot dog stuffed crust.
But
Oh, I think this is only in certain countries. Yeah, this apparently
makes
this has been
sense.
showcased in Canada, Australia, the United Kingdom, South Korea, China, and Japan. I don't think you could ever get this in the US because I can't imagine why they would have like hot dogs, you know what I mean, in stock.
Fucking weirdos. For all coming in with a great commentary. Um,
Yeah.
for me, I would try it.
Uh,
Like, why not? Just
I'd
try it
maybe try a
once.
s- I'd maybe try a slice. Like I wouldn't order a whole thing of that. Like if for some reason they were like selling it by the slice, or like I was at like a friend's house and they ordered the hot dog stuffed pizza, I'd have a slice, but that's probably it. Next we have the dessert cake. So this is the ultimate Hershey's chocolate chip cookie, the Hershey's triple chocolate brownie, and a side of white icing that normally comes with the cinnamon sticks. Then layer the icing on the cookie, then stack the brownie on top of it. So there, you got a dessert cake. That sounds like too much. That sounds like way, way too much. Like, like
Definitely does.
I know the icing with the cinnamon sticks. Like I've had that before. They're okay. The chocolate chip cookie. That's to me. That's like a situational thing.
Instant diabetes, right, Frog?
Yeah, yeah. They might as well call it that. The diabetes cake. That's what I'd call it. Diabetes cake.
Diabetes cake.
Yeah. That should be a meme. Honestly.
I mean, eating
I,
stuff like that is what made people popular on YouTube. Like,
what you mean, like mukbangs?
yeah.
Or like channels like Epic Mealtime, for example, where they just make crazy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. There's only so much I can even look at, let alone eat.
Epic Mealtime used to be so good too.
They used to be really big, didn't they?
Yep.
Kind of wondering what happened to them, or maybe they just like fell off the algorithm. You know what I mean? Like they didn't keep up with the changes in the YouTube scheme.
It's not just that. They had a falling
Uh,
out in their main
oh,
core group.
okay, yeah, that tends to happen too over the years. Like they had different ideas, or like one guy decided to quit or just become an asshole or something.
Their video editor basically quit on them. Doesn't Dairy Queen have secret items? I'm pretty sure they do.
We can look some up. Let's see, the last.
Basically, any item that they have on stock, you can put it in a Blizzard. I know that for a fact.
Oh, that sounds pretty sweet. So if I wanted like strawberry syrup and like banana slices, then I could have that in a Blizzard.
Yep.
Actually, sounds kind of good.
If you wanted a piece of chicken in your Blizzard, you can get that too.
I think I'll pass on that. Apparently, Pizza Hut has a Christmas secret menu in the UK too. So let's see, what is it? Tell the worker the phrase
Gummy Blair
tastes like
Blizzards. Yep.
Christmas. Oh, okay. So apparently in the UK, tastes like Christmas. That is code for a festive chocolate and orange milkshake. What? You can't
What?
get milkshakes at Pizza Hut.
Not in the U.S.
In the UK, do they serve milkshakes regularly?
It apparently might be a thing.
Okay. That's interesting. Actually, let me just shrink that screen a bit. You still can't really see me, but it don't matter. I don't have any viewers right now anyway, so.
You know
Okay,
you
so
can just
next,
make your camera smaller, right?
but maybe I don't want to. But you have a good point. I probably should just do that. Put me in the corner here. There we go. Yeah, that's good. You can at least see some of it.
Yep.
All right. Well, what were we looking up now?
Dairy
'Cause
Queen?
I already forgot. Yeah, Dairy Queen.
Oh darn, I forgot to bring a telly tab.
Oh, that like bot or scammer or whatever that's texted me. I'm just messing with them now.
That's what I do them all the time, dude.
It's just like whatever. I mean, at the least I'm at least I'm seeing free nudes. So there's that, I guess.
Yup.
Let's see. What do we got here? There's a Blizzard review. That could be an episode in of itself, like during the summer. Review Blizzards.
Do you really want to be that fat?
No, I don't.
Because you
Okay,
will absolutely
so
be that fat after you review all those.
shut the fuck up.
You
I
little
can burn it
fatty.
off. Um, okay, so we have the Dairy Queen happy hour. Wait, what? As you order, the secret menu treats are only
Could
available at
also be a
participating.
blackmail scheme. I don't see how that could be a blackmail scheme.
I mean, just texting something back and forth, I think I'm pretty safe. Because
Like,
I don't send nudes through the internet. I just don't do it. I'm a little
here's
bit
my
smarter.
thing. Even if someone saw his dick, who the fuck cares? It's probably a little tiny thing anyway.
Shit. So first we have the frozen hot chocolate here. In the winter months, Dairy Queen often adds a hot chocolate flavored blizzard to the menu. Do they? I guess I wouldn't know. But for example, at the end of 2019, they actually released a peppermint hot cocoa blizzard.
Dude, I
And
remember that shit. It was so good. Oh my
oh,
god, it
okay,
was so good.
it does sound kind of good. And it says they've also whipped up a Oreo hot cocoa blizzard as well.
Dude, that came out like 2014. That shit was so good too.
Yeah.
I was living at Dairy Queen when they had that shit like 2-3 times a week. God damn
Yeah,
it, I'm
Frog, that
fat.
does sound good, doesn't it? Especially since it's still fucking cold here in Ohio. Um, but yeah, apparently the secret menu frozen hot chocolate was born. It's a thick blended drink that tastes exactly as like it sounds.
Yup.
I'd be tempted to get it. There is no Dairy Queen in my town though, but I can get one in Lima easily. The next one we have is the Mocha Latte Blizzard. Eh, like Mocha lattes are okay. That's probably something my sister would have though. Next we have the Brownie Batter Blizzard. Oh fuck. That already sounds good. I definitely order that.
I thought they stopped doing that one because it kept messing up their machines.
Uh,
But that used to be just straight up one of the blizzards that they made.
I was about to say, it says it is not always listed on the regular menu.
I think that's the one that kept messing up their machine.
Okay, so they like just were like, hey, fuck this. Okay, Banana Split Blizzard. Banana Split Blizzard is another treat that has graced the DQ Blizzard's menu in the past, but since it's no longer a regular menu item, it's made its way into the secret menu. I'd get that for sure, because I love banana splits.
Frog, even if they're not legal nudes, he didn't solicit them.
No. Like, I literally just got a text from somebody, I have no idea who they are. And the way I respond, like, it doesn't sound like an actual person's on the other end. So I'm just fucking with them right now. And let's be honest, like if this was actually legit, like this girl would never give me the time of day. Like that's, you know what I mean? How unrealistic it is.
You can't really purge text though. So it's
No,
not
not
really
really.
possession at that point.
No. Next we have the Midnight Truffle Blizzard. And apparently this is a fan favorite while it was on the normal menu. After the limited time offer was pulled, customers searched high and low to figure out what the heck was in this blizzard. And what it is it contains a base of vanilla soft serve blended with dark chocolate fudge. Pieces of truffle bits are mixed in as well. I'd probably eat it.
I mean, they have good shit.
Let's see, we have the chocolate chip blizzard, which is pretty, you know, easy to say what it is. Got the s'mores blizzard. I I was about to say that totally sounds like a regular menu item here. It's been offered on the regular menu before, but not as a permanent menu item. Okay.
It was the same price as everything else, Frog.
S'mores Blizzard. Yeah, vanilla soft serve, marshmallow, hot fudge, chilled, and graham crackers. I'd totally get that. Like this summer, I would totally order that. Next we have the root beer float, which that's always good.
Root beer
One of most,
floats are always good.
about to say, like, yeah. Peanut butter and jelly shake? What?
Yep.
The Dairy Queen secret menu item is made by combining a peanut butter shake with strawberry toppings? Oh, okay. That actually sounds pretty good. I'd order that. Yeah, how expensive is the Truffle Blizzard? I would assume it's the same as the other Blizzards, Frog. Next we have the Hawaiian Blizzard, and which is apparently discontinued from a while back.
That's
You can still order it at
pineapple,
most locations.
coconut, and
Yeah, banana.
yeah, banana.
Coconut, pineapple, and banana with vanilla soft serve.
And you can put ask them to put cherries in there too.
I'd probably order it. We have the Mint Oreo Blizzard, which, you know, the vanilla ice cream for mint ice cream, pretty much. And then the Oreo pieces. Got a coffee blizzard here. I'd probably at least try it. Like just because of keto, I've been drinking a lot of coffee, but that's just because it's like, you know, zero carbs and shit like that. Like I get an Americano at work, you know, which is basically just like an espresso with hot water pretty much. Um, yeah. Oh, and it says optionally for this coffee blizzard, you can swap out the vanilla ice cream for an Oreo blizzard. So I guess it's like a coffee Oreo blizzard then or something. Marshmallow cream sundae? Damn, that sounds nice.
Yes.
Vanilla soft serve sundae topped with an added serving of marshmallow cream. Yeah, I definitely get that. And there's also cheesy fries and chili cheese fries. That already sounds like it should be on the menu. Oh, okay, so what it is you ask for an order of cheesy fries, which combines the queso that normally comes with pretzel sticks, shredded cheese, and an order of fries. Okay. I guess that makes sense. And you can do the same with chili cheese fries and grilled cheese. We already have gone over that.
Yeah, grilled
Peanut
cheese is
mustard
pretty much
parfait.
everywhere.
peanut butter parfait. I actually like their peanut butter parfaits. So what is this? You can still order it because the 3 ingredients are available at every location. Vanilla soft serve, hot fudge, and crunchy peanuts. I could have sworn I've ordered this just a year ago. Maybe it's just a recent discontinuation or something.
Yep.
But like it's like dumb simple to make. Just vanilla, hot fudge, and peanuts, which every DQ has that. So no thank you to the PB&J. I mean, hey, that's fine. I would have it though. And we have a bonus, a vanilla blizzard. Okay, so basically that's just kind of like a bonus if you want something like plain Jane to experiment with, basically. Because you can add whatever you want into the vanilla blizzard. That makes sense.
Yep.
So basically everything at DQ is just all the crazy blizzards, which is kind of what I figured. So
What else we got on the list? Sonic. Okay. Sonic might be a good one.
Dragon, if these weren't nude photos, I'd be showing you this right now. She said, "I'm already getting really lustful talking to you. Have you ever been this drawn to a stranger before? What would you do if you could touch this right now?" And I said, "Don't know. How would you react if a stranger got your number and sent shit to you?" Ah, damn.
Fucking moron sometimes.
Yeah, we'll try Sonics here. There actually used to be one of those in my town. Hopefully it'll search. Here we go. Where we go? Bunch of reviews. Yeah, here we go. Secret menu. Okay, custom burgers here. I mean, basically it's a build your own burger, not really much to explain there. Got the Frito pie here. Frito pie? What?
Frito
Okay,
Mayo.
so what you do is you take Fritos and you combine it with chili and melted cheese. Okay.
That already sounds disgusting.
It kind of does. Like, I don't care for chili, so.
I mean, I love chili, but that
I always
sounds
thought,
disgusting.
and like I always thought chili smelled like really awful too. Like I never liked how it smelled. We have the sunshine smoothie.
Really?
And this actually used to be part of the regular Sonic menu. So what it is it's strawberry, banana, orange juice, and either ice cream or frozen yogurt.
And
I mean, that doesn't sound
Dragon's
that
up for
bad.
it. Subway too.
I think I've
Sure.
looked at Subways before, but I can look at it. Grilled ham and cheese? That sounds kind of good, actually. Okay, so what it is, it's basically a modified grilled cheese sandwich, which makes sense. They just add ham to it. Okay. We have a pink flamingo here. And it's a Sprite infused creation with pineapple juice, orange juice, and a splash of cherry juice. And the soda is a vibrant hue of pink. I'd probably try it at least once. What the fuck? Apparently there's a menu called Slap Your Mama? The fuck? So what this is, it's a soda that's a tart blend of Powerade, lemonade, and raspberry. Well, why is it called Slap Your Mama though? Like, what the
It's
fuck?
so good, you gonna slap your
You
mama.
gonna slap your mama? Okay, whatever. Next, we have Extreme Tots, and this is let's see, what are they? You ask for an order of chili cheese tots or fries with ranch, onions, and jalapeno. Okay. I mean, if I ate spicy things, that'd be great for me, but with the jalapeno, that pretty much just destroys it for me. Next is the Pink Lady. So this is just Sprite with cherry juice and vanilla cream, though you can usually just order it by name and the workers will know what you're talking about. I guess it's one of those things where like it's so popular, like they teach all the newcomers about it. Next we have the Sonic Sunrise. What this is, it's a mix of equal parts of cherry limeade with orange juice. Okay.
Yeah.
And according to the description, it like claims that it's actually like a good match. But the thing is, the small cup may end up costing about 119 more or less, while the large cup will cost about 190 or so. I mean, people will pay it if it's tasty, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely will.
So it's like whatever. We got the purple O now.
Be careful
Uh,
where you order a pink lady, you might end up with a prostitute.
you're not wrong. So what this might be called Purple Passion or Purple Sprite also. So what it is, you take Sprite and you mixed it with cranberry juice, lemonade, and a small amount of Powerade. I'd probably try it. Like, it doesn't sound hideous. The fuck are these? Pickle O's? That already is a no-go for me. I hate pickles. So what it is, it's a cup of battered deep-fried pickles, and you can use any kind of sauce to dip them in. Once upon a time, this was part of the regular item menu, but you can still ask for it. If the employees are new and haven't heard of them, tell them to ask the kitchen to batter and deep fry some pickles that can fit into a cup. Ugh. I mean, I imagine some people I know that like pickles would probably get that.
Yeah. But no thanks on the pickles.
Okay, the last one is a Dr. Pepper Orgasm? The fuck?
Wait, what?
A Dr. Pepper Orgasm.
You're
I don't think I
combining
like
my
where this
two
is
favorite
going.
things together. Continue.
Orgasms and Dr. Pepper? Okay. Well, what it
Yes.
is, it's a Dr. Pepper with a bit of Powerade and lemonade mixed in.
Powerade and lemonade.
Yeah. You probably want to try that yourself, don't you?
I mean, the lemonade sounds interesting, but the
Because, well, I mean,
Powerade?
well, it's like, well, why would you go to a fast food joint for something you can make yourself?
I mean, I'm thinking about making this myself already. I wouldn't do
Yeah.
Powerade though. I would get Gatorade.
Okay, so Gatorade, lemonade, and Dr. Pepper. That's all easily, you know, found.
Huh.
Uh,
What
how
do you
long have
think
we been
all
going
the O
for?
drinks were referring to, FML? What?
You want to go another 15 minutes here? It's about an hour 48.
We can quit whenever, bro.
Uh, I mean, I can go for another 20 minutes. I gotta plug my phone in now.
Okay. Ugh. I am tired, if y'all can't tell. And I already went through the topic that I wanted to do. Midwits. It is bedtime for Dragon. Bedtime was about 20, 30 minutes ago. Realistically for me.
What was that?
I was saying that bedtime is like 20, 30 minutes ago, realistically for me.
Oh. So did you want to end it then?
I mean, I think we went over the topics we wanted to go over, man.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, honestly, we could make a part 2 to this secret menu shit.
Oh, absolutely. This
So
is a nice, like, 20, 30, maybe to an hour thing that we can do here and
yeah.
there.
Who is streaming right now? I don't have a freaking clue.
Vanna's on.
Who?
Vanna plays. Vanna
How do you,
underscore plays.
how do you spell that?
Oh my lord, bro.
VANA plays.
I think that's right. Send in Discord.
Oh, okay. There's an underscore. Yeah, I guess we'll rate Vanna plays then.
Mr. RPG is on too. Yeah, but we rated
Yeah,
him last time.
yeah, and he's got
We
like
want to spread the love.
he's got way a lot of viewers right now.
He's playing Eternal Sonata, so I actually kind of want to see him play that.
I did watch a bit of it because I've been meaning to play that game for like I don't know 8 years now. Like I have it on the 360. He's playing the PS3 version, which is actually like the hard mode of that game. Like for some reason when they
You
ported it
know,
over, they
I'm
like turn
changing
up
what I'm
the
doing.
difficulty.
I'm rating Mr. JRPG because I want to watch him play Eternal Sonata.
All right, yeah, I'll rate him too then. But yeah, good chat with Dragon. Probably do another one next Sunday at 7. So
Yep.
look forward to that.
Obviously, our topics today weren't like
They
amazing like last
no,
week, but
but they were something.
it's just something that people are asking about. So
Yeah.
I got
But
some other topics from y'all from the week, and we will be exploring those topics later.
mhm.
One of them is free speech. I kind of want to go over that one next week.
Free speech. What's free about it? That could be the title.
Um, and we'll do free speech and something else from FML. Which the structure of this is I pick a topic and FML picks a topic, and we just go for it.
Yeah. Like the secret
So,
menu item that I literally just came up with that on my drive from Indiana. So yeah,
and free speech is going to be my topic for next week. I don't know what FML got's playing.
I'll think of something.
He don't even know what he got's playing, but we'll figure it out. We'll see y'all next week at 7 p.m. Sunday.
Yep.
And tomorrow I'll be playing for more Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I'll see y'all then. Later, folks.
Yep. See you guys.